What's up, guys? Big Bucks Bill here, back with another episode of Daily Degens. It's October 15th. We've got the recap coming up just a second, but we do have some playoff baseball we're going to get into today. An NFL moneyline parlay I absolutely love. Some NBA preseason. Also some NBA lines that I might be jumping on early. Nothing that I'm going to make an official play, but definitely wanted to get them out there. If you guys liked them, maybe you could also play them as well. And then we also do have an NHL special I'm really excited about. So can't wait to get into that with you guys. But first, let's get into the recap. So nothing crazy here. Don't love what we see, but we had the Seattle Kraken plus 1.5 and the under 5.5 goals. Parlayed with the Tampa Bay Lightning money line and the under 5.5 goals. Couldn't get it. No, I think we missed every single thing there except the Kraken plus 1.5. Just rough. It's just how it happens. Only a 0.2 unit. Just a fun parlay for opening night. We did hit the player prop on Brian Rust over 2.5 shots on goal. So love to see that, starting that off right. The under 8 runs in the Milwaukee Atlanta game just fell apart. In the middle there, I think they had the bases loaded for 3 consecutive innings. So you gotta take it and move on. We had the Lakers money line and the over 226.5. Lakers have yet to win a preseason game. Let's hope that this regular season they can get their shit together, truthfully, because it is looking bad. We did have 2 Twitter plays as well. We had the no runs first inning, Chicago and Houston. We did hit that. It was a half unit wager. We had the money line for Rudd and Jenick Sinner. That did not hit, unfortunately. We lost a unit on that one. We ended the last few days at minus 1.2 units. Puts us at 3.9 units year to date, minus 3.5. So I have some plays today to get us out of this. I'm really excited for NBA starting on Tuesday. Definitely going to keep a side track of just NBA because that is what I like to handicap the best, I would say, or the most. Probably do the most research toward that. So I'll get into those NBA picks later, but let's jump into the first play of the day. Really excited about it. So we're going to start off in the NFL today. We have a parlay I'm going to throw at you. We're sticking with money lines. We're going straight for the money. No ands, if, buts about it. It is a parlay to get us back. It's something I've never done or I haven't done on this show yet. So I just wanted to let you guys know this is going to be a 3 to 5 unit wager. It is a hammer play. Absolutely love this spot for the teams. It is a must win for the Kansas City Chiefs. And they're playing the Washington football team, who I just do not believe in. I think that the Kansas City Chiefs should rightfully roll over the Washington football team. We are also going to roll with the Los Angeles Rams money line. I think playing the New York Giants is just a gift for them right now because you get Saquon Barkley, who knows what's going on with him. I saw that ankle on Sunday. It did not look good. I do not expect him to play. And then you got Daniel Jones, who's in concussion protocol. The last time we saw him, he was literally stumbling off the field. So who knows? I doubt we see him this week. And the backup that they have just is not going to do it for him. I don't think that the Giants just have the firepower to keep up with what the Rams have. And that's the truth to it. You're laying heavy prices on both of these money lines. That's why we're parlaying them. I would never play these straight at the value. The Los Angeles Rams minus 450 on the money line, and then the Kansas City Chiefs minus 300. Parlay that though, turns it into minus 161. Still not great odds. You're still halfway there. You're not getting the full value back, but I still think it's worth putting the extra units on it to get you there and get some of those units we've been missing back. Patrick Mahomes has said this week he wants to be counted out. He thinks that's the best position that he can be in. And with that being said, I'm fine with that as well. If he's going to come out and prove something to us, I'm all here for it. I'm going to ride it until I can't. So the Los Angeles Rams, they have too much firepower. Like I said, Matt Stafford, he's looking healthy. He's looking good this year. He's got too many targets that he can go to, and I just don't think the New York Giants will be able to keep up. So I think it's just going to be a one-sided affair there, and that's what we're doing for the first ever 3 to 5 unit hammer play for the weekend, NFL parlay. So our next picks come from the MLB. I actually got two for you. We only got one game today, but I do like the over 8.5 and the Houston Astros money line. They're absolutely killing it right now. I don't really love the Astros. I know they're cheaters. No one really does, unless you're from Houston, maybe. But I do think that they have the hot bats right now, and that's what we're leaning toward. The Red Sox are a good team, but throwing Chris Sale out there, who is a lefty, is pretty questionable because the Astros are actually the best lefty hitting team in the MLB. So I don't know what they're thinking. Maybe get it out of the way early, but I just think that the Astros should be able to crush him early, crush him hard. And I don't think the Red Sox will be able to keep up. They are healthy. They did get JD Martinez back after a few games last series, but I just don't think that the firepower of what the Red Sox have can keep up with how hot the bats of the Houston Astros are. So that's why we're leaning with the over and the Astros money line. But we also are going to stick with the Astros and the team total. I think for plus odds, they have hit this in all but one game last series. So they just, like I said, their bats are hot. Getting a lefty, who I said they are the best team to hit lefties in the MLB. It speaks for itself. The stats kind of on our side. I could see, I could see it being a home run derby for the Houston Astros, but who knows? It is a playoff game, and I think with it being at Houston, though, the crowd backing them, you gotta back the Houston Astros here with your money. It's just no way could I back the Red Sox. Maybe if they get in a must-win situation, but right now it's all Houston, and they showed that against the Chicago White Sox. So next up is the NBA. Last night of the preseason. Like I said, it's preseason, nothing to get excited about, nothing crazy, but it is basketball. We got the regular season returning next Tuesday. So tonight I'm rocking with the New York Knicks. They've been getting it done all preseason. Tom Thibodeau loves to play games when it doesn't matter. He's gonna throw his guys out there and just see what they can give him. He's not interested in resting. And then we've got the Chicago Bulls money line. Both of these coming in right around minus 200, but if you parlay them together, it's plus 126. The Chicago Bulls are another team that have been rolling in the preseason. They're a good team. They're showing it on paper. The Bulls organization did a good job this summer of getting the right guys into this team, and I think the new pieces that they added are really going to pull this team together, and they're going to be a top-ranked team in the East. So with that being said, that's going to be the parlay I'm going to run for the final night of preseason. Nothing crazy, probably just a half unit. Yeah, with it being preseason, don't want to exceed that half unit. Especially with the regular season coming around next week, we're really going to go to the wall with NBA. That's what we've done the most with. We've won the most with, and I'm excited for it, to say the least. I have a fantasy draft tonight I'm excited for. If you guys want to leave a comment in the comment section, who do you think is going to be the biggest sleeper in fantasy basketball? And I'll look through them and maybe we'll pick a winner for someone who I didn't think. A $10 giveaway, little free play. Just give me someone that's not on anyone's radar that will be when the season's over. That everyone is just like, man, he would have been the guy to pick up. I just want to hear what you guys have to say in the comment section. Give me your thoughts. Next, we have the lines for next week have been posted. So I wanted to get these at you. We're going with the Chicago Bulls again. They're playing the Detroit Pistons. I think you're getting a discount because it is in Detroit. But this Bulls team on paper just is lopsided compared to this Detroit Pistons team. I think the Bulls are going to come out. They're going to show you what they got. They're not going to want to drop this to an easy Detroit Pistons team. And I think they've got the firepower to rotate it around. The bench can hold them together, and I think they get it done. Like I said, I'm not going to make any of these official plays, but I do think these lines are moving, and it's only going to get worse for the Chicago Bulls. So you probably want to hop out on it now if you do like the play. If you're going to play it, now would be the time. It's only going to get worse in value. Our next line is the Sacramento Kings money line. This is another one. It's just only dropping in value. I think the Kings are going to be a good team. The Portland Trailblazers have proven that they are a good team. Being in the playoffs here, Dame is a great guy. They have C.J. McCollum, Norman Powell, Larry Nance Jr. was just added to that team. So there's some new guys on there, and I think that having a full season is going to be good for the Portland Trailblazers. But with that being said, the Kings are just getting way too much value at this price right now, plus 185. I just don't think I can pass that up personally. De'Aaron Fox has been in the league, and he's projected for a crazy season, and I think he's ready to lead the team to get. He doesn't want to sit in those last few spots. He's ready to make the playoffs. He's ready to make that next jump. I think he saw what Devin Booker got a piece of, and he wants a little more of that. He wants some of that himself. He wants to bring a winning mentality to that Sacramento Kings franchise, and they've got the young pieces to do it. They definitely got the athleticism. I think once they get their game plan down, those guys can really do something in the West. But with that being said, the value has only dropped. I think this line opened at plus 205 on most books, maybe plus 200 at the lowest. But now, as you see, it's dropped down to 185. It's only going to drop. I think the books underestimated the Sacramento Kings on this one. They have been looking good in preseason. I know it's preseason, but they did the job, and their key players were doing it. It wasn't like it was just bench guys who were playing for a minute. This was the guys who are going to be out there actually playing and getting it done. So I'm just wanted to get those out to you guys. Maybe play them, maybe don't. Nothing official, but value's only going to go down on them. So you definitely want to jump on them now if you are going to bet them. So our last plays are coming from hockey, but I'm excited to announce it is not going to be coming from me. It is actually going to be coming from someone else, so you might have a chance there. Let me introduce to the show the hockey man himself, Clay Play of the Week's coming at you. Clay, what do you got for us, man?
Bill, thanks for having me on. This is going to be hopefully the first of many appearances, but today I got a couple locks for you. That's all I'm going to say. So we got first up, we got the Blackhawks money line. They're playing the New Jersey Devils, the lowly New Jersey Devils. Last season, they were at the very bottom of the standings and pretty much everything. They got Jack Hughes coming up, big. He's one of the big rookies that should be coming up and really having a good season, but I'm really not liking their chances here against the Blackhawks. They got Fleury coming off not so good of the first game, and I think he's going to be coming back looking hot. And then they got Patrick Kane and Tays still coming back on their top lines, and I think they're really going to overpower New Jersey's defense and forwards and just going to be all over them. I think this is a really juicy play, having the Blackhawks at plus 112. Second, and by the way, that's going to be a one-unit play for that. So next play is going to be the Blues plus 1.5. This is a big, juicy 2-unit play, and I'm just absolutely loving the Blues. I'm a little biased, I'll say that first, but I'm just gonna say this is probably the play of the week because Blues, as you can see on the screen, plus 5,000 odds to win the Stanley Cup. And if you look right above them, you got Chicago, Calgary, Winnipeg, Seattle, all above the Blues ranked in this person's rankings here. Utter disrespect, in my opinion, and I just think the Blues are going to be gunning out, going to be coming out strong and hot, looking like probably one of the best teams in the league. This is a little biased, I will say that, but we're coming in hot.
It did get swept by the Avalanche in the postseason. I think that has something to do to get them fired up for the first game coming out. Absolutely.
Absolutely.
I love that play.
Last year, Blues played the Colorado Avalanche starting out. They beat them, I believe it was 4-3 or something like that. I believe it was 4-3. But I love the Blues' chances here. This is their first game of the season. Tons of new additions. They got Tarasenko back. He's ready to play hard and in shape, and I absolutely love it. So that's why I also have Blues money line, which is at plus 148, and just a couple of small segments on this. Colorado has Nathan McKinnon out due to, I believe, COVID, I believe. And they also got their captain, Gabriel Landeskog, out. They just lost him to a suspension. And they're definitely missing some big players here, especially their old goalie. So I just love the Blues here coming into Colorado.
Brendan Saad is playing for the Blues now.
That's another good point. Yeah, we got Brendan Saad coming into his old stadium, old arena. And absolutely. I mean, I wouldn't even be against playing a small unit play on a goal from him coming into his old stadium, coming into a big playoff atmosphere that he was winning some games at last year. So would not be surprised to see him score a goal.
Love the place. We got that sod might be something. Maybe just a sprinkle, nothing crazy. Just something, guys, when they go back to teams like that, they want to play well. So I love that idea. Probably don't have a line for that out just yet, but tomorrow I think I'm definitely going to hop all over that. So
yeah, I'm thinking the odds will be pretty nice on that when they come out. So keep an eye out for sure.
Well, the hockey man himself has brought you the locks of the week. Take him or leave him. He's setting you up. He's setting you up with the keys. So, Clay, once again, thanks for being on the show.
Appreciate it. I'll be back for some NBA plays as well.
Next week, we've got some juicy plays coming up. Stay tuned, guys. So, bringing up the recap for the day and the weekend, the plays we got out there are the Los Angeles Rams money line and the Kansas City Chiefs money line parlayed. That is the Sunday game. Line value minus 161. It could be a 3 to 5 unit play, however you want to kind of wedge your way back. Our next play is coming from baseball. Houston Astros money line and over 8.5 runs, plus 225. Nothing that I'd play at a full unit, but probably definitely going to sprinkle a half unit on that. Next, we have the over 4.5 for team total. The Houston Astros line value coming in at even odds, right at 100, and I love that spot, so I'm going to play it up to a full unit. Next, we have New York Knicks money line and the Chicago Bulls money line for the preseason final night. Line value coming in at plus 126, and we're only going to play this for a 0.4 of a unit, so not even the half unit. You'd get your full unit, I guess, back. If you were to put the 0.4, you could get the 0.6 back, and that's what I'm playing for. Nothing crazy, just a little preseason fun. And then next, we got the hockey picks coming from our hockey guru. The Chicago Blackhawks money line value plus 112 for a 1 unit wager. Then the Blues plus 1.5 on the puck line. This is the Saturday game at minus 176, and that's a 2 unit wager. And then next we have the Blues money line as well, coming in at plus 146, 148 in some books, but I got it at 140 on DraftKings. FanDuel has a little better odds on hockey, I'm seeing, so just something you might want to keep in mind. But we're only playing the Blues money line for a half unit. So those are the picks we've got for the weekend, guys. We're wrapping it up here. I appreciate you tuning in, and let's have a great weekend.